Welcome back. Now, this is yet another mistake that we do while communicating with others. We use a one-size-fits-all approach. It may not be ideal that you use a specific style of communication when engaging with different types of audience, right? You need to consider that different audience have different learning styles, and thus a one-size-fits-all communication strategy may not be the best use case. Better would be to customize your communication strategy for each target group, right? The world's not one size. Why have a one-size-fits-all communication approach? Exactly. Let me explain this to you with a couple of situations. So you are in an official presentation and find that the client is responding to your questions in a regional language or a local vernacular. But you do not listen well and start presenting in your polished tone the same way you did to the CEO of a mid-size MNC last week and close the deal. The client obviously is not too keen and seems uninterested in what you are presenting. You immediately realize that you need to switch, or else you lose a chance to sell and also may never get another FaceTime with this client who can help you with a lot of references. You switch to a language the client is more comfortable with and answer all the questions. And guess what? You get a full year of subscription sale. So what you did not use a one-size-fits-all communication approach. So your audience was different. While you were talking to this mid-sized company CEO, of course, you need to have a polished language, which you did, which helped you close the sale. But now when you're talking to this particular client of yours who's more comfortable with a particular regional language or a local vernacular, you customized your pitch, as a result of which you were able to close the sale. Let's look at another situation now. You're a banker selling investment products which are market linked. Now there is a customer waiting to meet you, and you know that this customer invests in risk-free instruments more often. Now you're presented with a high risk return investment option, right, in your portfolio, which you did present to one of your clients earlier in the week, who was more open to riskier investments. You start talking about the same value proposition to this particular customer as you feel that this will be beneficial to the customer, right? There is another reason. Maybe you get more incentives on this product to be sold. Well, that's also a decent thought process. But then, I mean, don't you think that you are having a one-size-fits-all communication approach? Of course, yes. The customer seems uninterested and exits the meeting. There is a similar profile customer to whom you propose a low-risk market-linked investment, and the customer is open to it and buys it right away. Now, what you did was that rather than taking to a customer from a risk-free investment thought process to a high-risk investment thought process, what you did is that you pitched a low-risk instrument to start with, and you explained the features that how this low-risk investment instrument will actually give you returns which are higher than risk-free investments. And that's way, the client became open to listening to you. Had you proposed the same high-risk investment instrument to this particular client as well, there are chances and high probabilities that the same would have not been purchased. So, did one size fit all here? It did not. With this, we come to the end of this course, right? And I hope that all of these 10 communication mistakes you would have recognized for yourself as well. And you're going to be working on these in order to make all these situations avoidable in your communication strategy with anyone whom you connect with or communicate with. Be it in a social setup, or be it in a professional setup, be it in an industry setup or academia, whatever it is, whoever you communicate with from today, you would be actually taking steps to avoid all these 10 communication mistakes. You can reach me through email. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. And provided that you like the course, you may leave a review for the course on Udemy. Thank you.